Can the Indiana Fever compete for a championship? Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? It's RC. Hello to all. We're talking some women's basketball. Let's get down to it. Like the video, subscribe if you have not and you love women's basketball, and let's talk about it. Can the Fever compete for this championship? 2025. Teams as always are going to improve. You can believe that. You can bet that. So, competition is always going to be improving. Players are always going to be going different places, looking for different fits, looking for the best case where they can win a championship or continue to build a championship legacy, such as Joel Lloyd departed in Seattle, where she was victorious for championships, with the likes of Breanna Stewart moving to the Las Vegas Aces to compete for championships, because that's what the Aces organization is known for. Now, the Indiana Fever, they do have one championship under their belt. And I believe that was 2012. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. Teams like New York got the championship experience now. And so, the road just gets tougher. You got Minnesota who got so close. It's going to be tough for Indiana, especially since you lose a player like Timmy Fekbenle, and she was important to this team. I understand that she was injured, but I think what she provided defensively, in terms of intangibles and just how hard she played and hustle, I think that they're going to miss that. Now, you can replace that. And I wish Timmy nothing but the best in Golden State. And I think that the biggest things that the Fever need to do to compete for a championship in this upcoming season, that's about 89, 90 days away, something like that. If they want to be, advancing into the WNBA playoffs, which for the first time ever, the finals is going to be a best of 7. So I'm looking very much forward to that, regardless of which two teams make it all the way to the finals. A lot is going to hinge upon the continued development of Caitlin Clark. She's already a pro. But as always, like the late Kobe Bryant showed, there's always something for you to get better at. There's always something for you to improve on your game. So it's going to be contingent upon how Caitlin develops continuously, defensively, turnovers, cleaning up things, getting the mid-range shot going very effectively. It's going to be contingent upon Leah Boston's, conditioning, and also her ability to just score the basketball very consistently, which she can do. But I want to see Aaliyah Boston, getting up there 18, 20 points a night, if at all possible. I know that she defensively is really good, and, she can block shots, but love to see her scoring, especially early on a much more consistent basis, picking it up right up out the gate with higher scoring numbers. But to truly, realistically be talking about fighting for the championship and making it to a WNBA Finals, well, first of all, they got to resign Kelsey Mitchell. I believe they court Kelsey Mitchell, so you got to try to, lock her in. It would be great, if you could lock her in. And when we'll see how that goes. I think that the backcourt of Kelsey Mitchell is something that's very effective for this team. Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell both can absolutely cook. They are both chefs in the backcourt. So, that's wonderful to have those two playing together. And you want to try to keep that, a 1-2 combo. And then the other domino that I hope actually happens, that really needs to happen, because I'm not sure that RC could potentially sit through another year of Alyssa Smith. I'm going to say it, Alyssa Smith. I don't think I could sit through another year of Alyssa Smith. I don't actually. I'm not saying she's a bad player, but I just personally don't like Alyssa Smith in terms of, not only just inconsistency, just, sometimes I'm not sure where her head is at in the game. from a mental aspect sometimes from what I just see and perceive from watching. And that brings me to Satou Sabally. I would love Sabally game. Sabally to the board. Sabally definitely would be tremendous upgrade in every sense of the wording, and would be a big that you could just lean upon that can just do so many things and just so versatile, and would just really just beautify this offense inside out. Be able to get down there and take some of the post play off of Aaliyah Boston, especially on the defensive end of the floor. And then scoring wise, give you another big scoring option. And I think that would be bringing like a big four to Indiana. And you wouldn't have to say, okay, Caitlin, every night I got to have your best. But if you give us your best, that's awesome. Kelsey Mitchell, every night I got to have your best. But if you give us your best, that's awesome. Same thing with Aaliyah Boston. So Satou would just be a truly amazing addition to add to this team. And I personally would love to see it. Don't know if we're going to see it. And I don't know who else. I mean, maybe Tina Charles if you can't get Satou. I mean, just throwing out names. I mean, if you're going to play with Caitlin Clark, you're going to receive some wonderful basketball passes. And you got to be ready for them, though. That's the thing about it. Caitlin will zip that thing into you laser quick, but you got to be ready for it, and players have to be ready for it. And if you haven't played with Caitlin Clark, it may take some time to get adjusted to that. So I think, for me, Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull, they was always ready. Now, like Katie Lou Timmy was ready too. Now, like Katie Lou Samuelson, Damaris Dantes, players like that, Erica Wheeler, they, even sometimes AB Boston weren't ready for that catch. So, it takes a special kind of awareness to be ready to run with Caitlin. And I think Caitlin's going to be ready to run, but I also think she's going to be more composed as well. And that'll be key, being able to slow down in the half-court offense. It's essential for her to be able to play the point guard position. Otherwise, you won't be able to effectively use Kelsey Mitchell. And Kelsey Mitchell is a starter in this league, so there's no way, even though I felt Caitlin was a two-guard and might be better slated as a two-guard at some point in her career. But right now, Caitlin is the PG, and there's nothing wrong with that because, damn, she can pass that ball. But look, I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. I'm just excited. Really excited for the Indiana Fever season. And I might decide to throw this in a Fever Fouls collection, but this is not an official Indiana Fever Fouls video. I'm going to work on that, putting a volume 4 out on that. But yeah, this is a standalone Fever video. Can they compete? Let's wrap it by talking about, can they get a championship? I don't know. 2025 is going to be a dogfight to the finish, pretty much like always. I see New York Liberty in the mix. I think the Aces acquiring Joel Lloyd, it's just going to continue to be them attempting to add more and more vet players, superstars, possibly on the tail end to make another run for it. So I see the Aces right back in it, trying to get it done for Chip. The Liberty's trying to defend their title. Question mark teams are like the Sun and the Seattle Storm. Those are question mark teams. But when I look at it, I simply feel like, for the Fever, they just want to advance. In my opinion, they probably want to go as far as they can, because what team wouldn't? But yeah, I like to see them advance in the playoffs, win the playoffs round. See can they win 2 rounds, play with some house money. It'd be great if they could get to the finals, but I think that road is going to be extremely tough. But, resigning Kelsey would be great. Adding Satou Sabally would really help them, climb into the upper echelon. Lastly, 30 wins. Could be a possibility. Stephanie White is going to add wins to this team. She's like a free agent addition in her own right. She is surely a vast improvement from Christy Sides. In every facet of the way. And that's going to help you a lot. So, hey, it's been an Indiana Fever video drop. This is RC. Comment below. Do you guys think the Fever can make a run? Like, can they actually make a finals run? Or can they win a round? Y'all let me know down below next season. What's your expectations for the season? Do you want Satou Sabally? Who do you want in the free agent market? And what do you expect from Caitlin Clark? I expect more greatness. And with that, y'all don't mind RC. I'm just talking ball. I'm out.